Previously on NJ Deer
Got 3
Hunting.
points on one side. Hoping they come into me. They don't come in. Looks like I'm gonna have to get a workout in the stand.
This is exactly why you don't see any deer, Trav.
You look like Cornelius right now.
Who?
Cornelius.
The rut is here.
You know, he's right. It's the best time of the year to be in the woods.
The red wave is coming.
Yeah, I'm after a big boy.
Can this be back-to-back rut bucks for me? We're after the whitetail, not a red fox. Well, it was nice seeing that fox, but we're after the white-tailed deer, and it's the rut.
So we just made a move. I just made a move. Got down from the climber. Threw out a little rat getter for the morning spot. Now we're hunting Shanty's Blind right now. We got about an hour and a half of daylight left. We're gonna see. Hopefully, it's still over recon for him. I've never shot a deer with a compound out of the blind, so this will be a first if I do. We'll see. Let's get it done.
Nothing again. I will say one thing. Shanty's blind setup, it's as accommodating as a Cadillac.
It's the rut. Going out tomorrow morning. It's out all day today. Early afternoon, actually before noon. Like at 10 to 2, and they decided to stay the whole set. Just checking the chip right now. I got a morning sit tomorrow. Long morning sit, and then it's gonna rain. So, new moon, middle of the rut. We're gonna see. Here's what I got on chip. You see that right there? I'll bring it up to the bigger screen. But yeah, as you see, it doesn't really count because it's at night, can't shoot at night, so I don't know, I gotta go out. New moon usually means more daylight pictures plus rut before rain. I think tomorrow's our best shot. Let's give it a whirl around. So we'll give it a try.
Okay, as you can see here, we found a daylight picture of him. It's a nice one. Nice little 6-pointer. Identical to the one that Tom got. It's nice. 1:30 p.m. Mid-afternoon. That's what I'm getting. That's what on the cell cam. I got a 12:30 buck. So go check. We'll reference that. This could be him. There's another buck in the morning. 7:53 a.m. Good signs. This is rut activity. We named this buck, as you can see here, Nosferatu.
When you're checking your chip and your target buck comes in daylight.
Guys, it was nice and calm. I was tired. But when you see a huge buck on camera and you get all excited. The adrenaline rushes through your veins, and we got a big trophy in daylight on the 10th. Today's the 14th. I am salivating right now. Salivating. Guys, meet Charizard. Look at him. Look at him. He's a beauty. He's a beauty.
All right, Trav, calm down. You don't have to go crazy. It's just $1 in daylight. That's all.
We just got a report. Spike scene. See, big orange spike that we saw on the camera last night. 10 o'clock. We're gonna see. Hit the ground a little bit. Morning sit, nice and chilly. It's a run. That's how we like it.
The only animals I manage to see are fox and squirrels.
How's that big buck Charizard working for you? All right, so this is where it got a little crazy for me now. So I was sitting in my stand a couple times, waiting for that big boy to come in. I had him on camera a bunch of times. I had does were coming in like crazy, but I wasn't gonna shoot another doe. I really wanted those antlers. I had a decent 4-pointer, nice 6-pointer walk in, but you know, that one tag, I knew eventually I was waiting for that big boy to come in. So then I saw that they would hang out on the field before coming in. So I said, you know what, I'll move my blind out there onto the field edge on this fence line and cut them off. Same thing though, I sat the blind for a couple days straight, and I had same deer, 4-pointer come in, 6-pointer, a couple does, and I was just letting them walk. And I'm going, what the hell, where is this guy? It was kind of funny, one of the days I went up there in between hunt. Actually, I didn't even hunt the morning. I got up there pretty early just to go put out some bait and change my chips. And normally I bring my bow with me. And for some reason that day I didn't bring it. And go figure, that monster's walking in the field. He got within 30 yards of me. And he didn't even care that I was over there. And there was nothing I could do. I just had to just stand there and just let him do his thing. And then I went in there, changed my chips, put some bait out, and went back to the trucks to get ready for the hunt. And that same hunt, later on that hunt, nothing. So I mean, whatever, you win some, you lose some, I guess. All right, so the last 2 hunts in the blind were kind of slow. So I said to myself, you know what? I'm just going to go back and sit my stand. That's where I'm getting the most constant activity. If he's going to come in, if it's meant to be, it's meant to be. So I sat, I think 1 or 2 more times. Same thing, just does and a couple small bucks, let them all walk. I went back the next day. It was by myself, actually. I wasn't even really into it that day. So I'm sitting out there. It had to be, I don't know, almost 3 o'clock or something. I said, normally I'll sit till dark, but that day, like I said, I wasn't really into it. So I said, you know what? I'll sit for maybe another hour or two, sit till 4, and then I'll just get down, drive home. Especially, you know, I think we were going out that night or something. So I just wanted to, you know, finish off the day. Now, mind you, I had checked my chip previous to that and the day before, that big 8-pointer was right underneath my stand at 9 a.m. And I think we slept in that day or something happened. I couldn't go, so I was kind of upset about that. But you know, I'm sitting there and it's like 3:30. I'm at the point where I'm almost packing my stuff up to go. And all of a sudden I hear to my right, you know, sticks and brush moving. I'm thinking it's one of the does or something coming, because after sitting, you basically figure out what time these deer are coming in every day. It's usually the same ones too. I turn my head and I see this thing, and I was like, oh man, he's right there. So I froze. I'm shaking at this point, but you know, I know I had to do what I had to do at this point. So he comes in, and it was 5-6 yards at the most. He's coming in towards the feeder, and there's this spot where the like the tree hangs down a little bit like a branch. So he's, you know, on the ground, head down, moseying along. He's behind that branch. As soon as he walks out on that branch, bang. So he takes off now, and I knew I put a good shot, but not a great shot. Mind you, that was my first deer with antlers I'm shooting at, so your blood's rushing, your heart's pounding, and I shake as it is. So I see him, he jumps and takes off. He runs maybe 40 yards and stops. And I'm thinking in my head, drop, please just drop. And he just starts slowly walking away. Now I'm worried, because I'm like, did I miss him? I go, I know I put a good shot on him. So I wait a little bit, and you know, I kind of lose him, but you know, I saw which direction he ran. So I wait a little bit, I get down, I call Tom, and I told him, hey man, I just took a shot at that 8-pointer, and I'm pretty sure he's down somewhere, or he's going down. So Tom drives up to help me look for him, and so we're following the blood trail, and I've got good blood. It's not like little droplets. This guy's, he's bleeding. There were some spots where, you know, you were kind of discouraged because you'd see little droplets, but there was other spots. For the most part, the blood trail was constant, and he was bleeding good. So I knew that he's got to be down somewhere. It's just a matter of, we just got to find him. So, you know, we track the blood, and it gets to the point where he runs off the property. On the edge of the property, there's a street, and he crosses the road, because on the other side of the street from our property is where they're all bedding. So I knew he ran into there. So we go in there, and now the worst thing that could happen happens, and it starts drizzling. So now we're running out of daylight. Our headlamps now, we've had them on for a little while now. It's cold, it's rainy. We're worried now because we're gonna lose the blood. So me and him, we're trailing blood everywhere. And then it kind of just stops. Now, mind you, it's pitch black at this point too, so it's hard to see blood as it is, even with the headlamps and with the rain and everything. So I call Trav and I tell him to call the guy with the dogs or whatever. We'll try in the morning. You know, that's, what else are we gonna do? We're gonna stay there all night and look for blood? You know, it was getting late too. It's cold, like I said, and it's raining now. So I leave the arrow where it is, completely untouched, and we just pack it up for the night.
Hey guys, headed down to the property right now. My buddy Nicky C shot a buck last night. We advised him to back out. He got on the blood trail, tracked it around 200, 300 yards of blood. 200, 300 yards of blood. And, you know, we're going to be calling in Darren. We're very grateful the state of New Jersey does offer a deer service, a tracking dog service. So we're going to be calling in Darren. Darren Dorn has an excellent dog. A lot of success stories. So we're going to see if we can track his deer. What I saw, it looks like a liver gut shot. So we'll find out. We're going to get down there and we'll see, and then we're going to hunt the afternoon.
So I met the guy the next morning, Darren Dorn, and his dog or whatever. So the three of us head up to my stand where I took the shot. Now, mind you, like I said, it was only like 6 yards, and the arrow was right there. So, you know, he has the dog do his thing with the arrow, sniff the arrow. He's got him on the leash, and he starts running. He's going in one direction. Then he, like, stops, and he's yelling at him to start over. So he's running. Then he has him start again. He starts going. Now, at this point, the dog beelines it. He's on the blood trail. The exact same trail that me and Tom were, you know, walking on the night before. So we go in there, and same thing. Now, we wait a little bit because I had explained to him, listen, you know, we were looking for the deer in here in this bedding area the night before, the night I shot it, you know, so he said, you know, give the dog a minute. You know, he's got to pick up the scent because, you know, you guys were walking around in there, so just give him time. He'll do what he's got to do. So after sniffing around, run around, then the dog just stops and takes off to the right. And he's got something. He actually jumps a deer that was hiding in like this big brush or whatever, but keeps running in that general direction. Mr. Dorn turns to me and goes, don't worry, that wasn't your deer. Because the dog didn't even pay it any mind, so that's not him. So he runs away. Then he looks and he sees the dog, like, you know, wagging his tail or stopped in like it was weird. It's like the way the trees were grown, it was almost like a tunnel of like trees. And he goes, oh, we found him. And I was ecstatic. I was like, holy shit. So he told me, you know, just hang on a second, let me go, you know, mess with the dog and everything. So he calls me over and I walk up on the thing, and he said, listen, he died last night. He goes, you guys must have walked past him 100 times because it was, like I said, the night before was so hard to see with the rain, and he was like curled into like this tree tunnel. And me and Tom must have walked past that spot 100 times, back and forth. And he was just right under our nose the entire time. So, I mean, it sucks that the deer was sat there overnight, but it was cold, so it was good. But it was nice knowing that I put a good enough shot on it to where he died that same night and that he didn't have to, like, suffer overnight. Because, I mean, let's be honest, you know, you're in there, you want a one-shot kill. You want it to be clean. You don't want the deer to suffer. You know, it sucks. They're, you know, animals just like we are in a sense. So, you know, you never want them to suffer. They deserve just as much respect as we do. But I was very happy. It was a good shot. I mean, I think I clipped some lung, some heart, some liver. I think I might have clipped the stomach a little bit, but who knows if the yotes or something got to him, you know, overnight. But, you know, I'm just glad that we got him. Oh, yeah, I see the fox run across that log every day when I'm sitting.
Yeah, and I'm surprised he didn't cut that blood trail and take it. Or he might have, you know, I don't know.
Well, it looked like something was nibbling at his ass.
So he might have did that.
Oh, okay.
You know, he usually cuts the tail right off. That's his.
Darren Dorn, and what's the dog's name?
Theo. Pete. Theo.
This dog is a miracle worker.
He did it. Wow. Theo's amazing. Amazing what a dog's nose could do.
What are we doing here, Nikki? We're recovering deer.
We came right here. I walked right this way, this entire fucking path, and then crossed the fucking creek like an idiot.
And he hooked around, he J-hooked, right?
D-E-D.
Oh boy.
Now that is bone.
Oh yeah, baby.
That is bone.
All right, Trav, let's drag him out so I could have you do what you always do and gut this deer shirtless.
What do you say about this one?
Oh, I'm happy.
We got Nicola Coiro here, the C, with the bone. Freshly gutted. Got the gut pile right there. And he just fell down. But anyway, we're gonna load him back in the truck, take him to the butcher. And what are you gonna do to this?
Mount him.
You're gonna mount him.
I think so.
You think so?
First buck, why not?
See you on the board, baby.
All right, Trav, now you can sit my stand.
Finally. That does it for this week. Man, congrats to C getting that buck, getting Charizard down. Tune in for next week's episode on NJ Deer Hunt. Here's a peek of the next episode of NJ Deer Hunt. We're going to New York.
Upstate, here we come, baby.
I'm gonna try to get one down with the old smoke pole.
Right now. It's beautiful up here.
Senyor's grilling up some of that Charizard.
Bone in. 231 does bone in. That's the hindquarters. This is Charizard. We're currently eating Charizard right now.
Lines of a second rut. Look at what we got here.